mandate. If you're stuck in analysis paralysis, wondering if you missed God, listen. Spiritual fog isn't failure, it's a holy alert. God is trying to realign you. Hi, I'm Jeanette Peterson, Kingdom General, prophetic strategist, sacred sister to women who refuse to build Babel businesses. If you've been walking out your calling, but the clarity has dried up, or if your systems feel bloated, your team's pulling at you, and your revenue's inconsistent, it's not a strategy problem, it's a spiritual one. Today, I'm unpacking what God alignment actually looks like in business, not the cute version, the Habakkuk 2 version, the kingdom execution version, the kind that births legacy without burnout. First, spiritual disorientation is not always the enemy. Most of the time, it's not actually ever the enemy. It's God's way of saying, daughter, we need to pause and recalibrate. Okay, let me be real. I've been working with women at 100K, 500K, $1 million per year in revenue, and they all hit the same wall. They heard God at the start and they think they still hear him, but somewhere along the way, we start seeing all the shiny things. We start listening to our coaches more than God more, and they start managing the business more than stewarding the assignment. You hear what I'm saying? Stewarding the assignment. That's not rebellion, it's drift. And that happens, right? And the cure is not more content, more hustle, or more systems. It's recalibrated obedience. So I need you to ask yourself this: where did I stop checking with God about the now? Have I spiritualized the plan I never actually submitted to the creator? Because God won't bless what he didn't birth, period. So here's the pattern I walk through with every client that I build, from hearing to holding to building. So hearing is like when God drops that assignment, it's raw, holy, very inconvenient 90% of the time. And then holding, that's where most of us mess up. We want to rush it, but holding means testing it, praying, mapping, checking alignment, and then building only after we have discerned, do we move? We don't just move. And yes, God can move, realign us as we're moving, but we have to continue checking in with God because this is a sniper focused season. This is not a spray and pray movement. This is a I am walking in alignment with God, following his every step, his every move, stepping in his footprint and not being strayed. Every footstep is intentional. Everything we do is intentional. We're not scattering, we're not striving. So if your hearing season becomes more like a hustling season, then you skipped the middle. It's not hearing to hustle, it's hearing to holding on to what God said, listening to his voice, praying through every step, allowing him to move us, saying, God, I think this is where you're at, and I'm going to move this way. And if this is you, open that door. And if it's not, God, shut that door. I don't want anything if it's not from you. Shut that door, God, because I know that you say whatever can be you shut, you can shut, and whatever you open is mine to walk through. So I'm going to take the territory you've given me, but I do not want at all anything that is not assigned to me. Okay, so a habit 2 through 3 is a kingdom blueprint. He says, write the vision, make it plain, that he may run who reads it. Though it tarries, wait for it. It will surely come. This is not just like some poetic encouragement, it's an operational mandate. Like, write the vision. If it's still in your head, it's not from heaven. God gives us blueprints, not vibes, y'all. We're not vibing here. We're not vibing with God. We're getting blueprints, we're getting direct downloads. So when you hear those downloads, write them down, make it plain. Clarity is kingdom currency. And if your team can't run with it, you haven't simplified it enough. Use my friend ChatGPT. Help him help you simplify it. My brain works in very strategic depth of thought. So when I'm trying to teach or trying to allow other people to understand what I'm trying to say, I have to use ChatGPT to help me simplify it, but also make sure that it's sniper focused. I don't want it to be so vague that they don't understand. And God finishes what he authors. So if he said it, he will end it, he will finish it. And you know that is to be true because he cannot lie. So as long as we're going after what he said and the way that he ordained it to be, then we go with it. And our ways will never match his ways. You know that already. So my call to you is do what he's telling you to do, no matter how weird, crazy, unorthodox, inconvenient that may be. So, like when I'm sitting down with somebody in a Holy Spirit blueprint session, we walk this out line by line. We go through everything: their mission, their vision, their values, their visibility strategy, their offers. Because most of y'all don't need another offer. You just need a clarified assignment. What is your assignment? What has God promised you? How are you walking that out? What does that look like? Is this going to help you with that offer from which you can see yes or no? Because misalignment is loud. He makes sure you know. So let me tell you something hard. Confusion, chaos, clunky, clunky launches, all spiritual noise. Your systems are usually prophesying the state of your soul. So if your systems are misaligned, if your systems are out of date, your soul more than likely is the same way because you are not stewarding the things that God has given you in the way that He's given it to you. And you're overwhelmed because you're overextended. You're doing too much. You should not be doing what God has been giving you in a way where it feels like it's going to crush you. His yoke is light, okay? And his burden is easy. It should not feel like you're overextended, overwhelmed, drowning in all the things. That means you're doing too much. That's because you're saying yes to things that God didn't assign you. You're saying yes to people, please. You're saying yes to people who should never even be somebody that you're assigned to. You're not assigned to. And alignment isn't just peace, it's permission. It is God aligned business that flows. It doesn't mean it's easy, but it means it's ordered. That means there's grace, there's growth, and there's God. That's where God is. So let me ask you this. What's one area of your business that feels spiritually foggy right now? Drop it in the comments. And I'm reading and praying over every single one. So drop it in the comments right now where you feel like your business feels spiritual foggy right now. And if this hits you in the spirit, and if this hits and you're like, okay, Jeanette, I have been feeling this. Jeanette, I'm at 500K and I'm afraid or ashamed to say these things out loud. Your next move is not optional. You need to go ahead and book that Holy Spirit Blueprint. It's a 90-minute one-on-one private session where we realign your business to heaven's architecture. We go back to the blueprint and make sure that we are building in accordance with what He has given you to steward. There's no fluff, there's no templates, just me, you, Holy Spirit, and an aligned roadmap to get you to your seven-figure success the way that God has ordained it to be. Because scaling without strategy is stupid, foolish, tomfoolery, okay? But scaling without God is fatal. You cannot do the business that God has called you to, the way that God has called you to be assigned to the people you've been assigned to in the kingdom without God. So it's time to stop second guessing and start building with fire. That Holy Spirit revival fire that you feel, and have that oil of the Holy Spirit be dripped all over it. So click the link in the description. Let's write the vision. Let's make it plain and let's build with God. Thank you, guys.